Hi, I'm Paul. Here's how to use formulas to instantly create customized links to pre-fill forms, including multi-select fields. Following on from video 1 on this topic, we're going to rebuild the URL in the orders sheet as a column formula and make that formula pre-fill email addresses and multi-select fields. So, to start off, we take a copy of the URL for the form we're going to use. As we covered this in video 1, I will speed through it. And then make this the start of a formula with equals. Add a question mark after it to enter the first variable. And then wrap the text in quotes. Now we have the form URL, we need to add the field names and values. The first thing I want to add is the value in the name field, but I need to use the column name in the destination sheet, not the source sheet. So I go back to the form and edit it, and find the name field to autofill. Here, as the label is blank, we use the column name, but if the field label has a value, you must use that instead. Copy the value, go back to the formula cell, and add a plus. Then paste the column name or field label at the end of the URL, followed by an equals sign, and place this in quotes, excluding the plus. Now you need to get the value and add it to the end with this plus sign. We can do that by clicking the cell in the name column. Let's make this a column formula. And this should now link to a form for everyone with their first name included. Jean opens Jean. Ethan opens Ethan. Let's go back and keep editing the URL. To add another field, we add a plus and an ampersand in quotes and repeat. Let's do last name. Here you see the last name field has a space in it, so we should replace that with a %20 to prevent the link from breaking. Add a plus. Then we can just click the last name cell here to pick up the values as before, but you can see there's a space in this value as well that we need to replace. We can use a substitute function to do that. Substitute last name. Look for a space and replace it with %20. Let's test that. And there we have first name and last name. Remember this substitute technique. It will be useful again later. Let's add another field. This time the email address. The idea here is the same, except the email address will already not have any spaces. However, some browsers do fail with the @ symbol though, so let's substitute that with %40. We can repeat this for any other simple fields you'd like, and it's a good idea to check the link is working each time you add a field. To get multiple values in the product field using a URL, you can use the product field repeatedly and the browser will place each of those values in the field. But how do we get there from a multi-select field, I hear you cry? To help see how we can do this, add a helper column. Let's call it products text. In the top cell, just type equals and click the product cell on the same row. Now, if you wrap the text in the cell, you can see there is a line break after each product. A line break can be represented with the function CHAR 10. We don't need to keep this column, but we now know that when we refer to the products column, the values are separated by CHAR 10. And this is where the substitute function comes in again. So, in a new helper column, we can add the products URL content and transform this into the product section of the link by substituting those CHAR 10 line breaks for the products field part of the URL. The last substitution is to replace those spaces with %20. And we need to then add ampersand products equals in quotes at the beginning as well, followed by a plus. And there we have the products section of the link. So now we add the products section to the rest of the link. Now let's click the link. And there you have it. Email addresses and multi-select products populated. Top tips. If you need to replace other special characters in the URL beyond the space and the @ symbol, there is a list of the % codes on the Open Web Standard site that we've included in the description. Check out our next URL query strings top tip video for innovative ways to use this feature.